Hello student, welcome once again, and in this session we have a question on integral. Now we are to evaluate the integral. We have the integral of 1 over the fourth root of s minus the fifth root of x here dx. Now if you look at the question over there, what you'll be thinking of is to do substitution, right? Use substitution, but when we do that, we realize that it won't be easy to do and it will look very complicated. So the best thing is that, so with this we can write this as just 1 here, s to the power 1 over 4, right? Then minus 5 to the s to the power 1 over 5, then dx. Now with this, what we'll do is to look at the denominator over here. We have s to the power 1 over 4 and s to the power 1 over 5. Now if you look at the exponent here, right, what we can do is that we can take the lowest common denominator of the exponent here, which is 1 over 4 and 1 over 5, which is just 20, right? So if you have 1 over 4 and then 1 over 5, the lowest common denominator, right, is just 20, right? So if that is the case, then which means that we are going to let u here be equal to, since we take them and is equal to 20, then we are just going to let it be x here, right, then to the power 1 over 20, right? And that is just like finding the LCM of that. Then we have 1 over 20 here. Now since we have this u, we can write it that s here and then 20 here, right? Okay, so what we can do here is to differentiate u with respect to s. So du dx here will just be so we can write this as so with this, let's since we have it in the x here, let's make s the subject here. So since we have u equal to the 20th root of that, we multiply both sides by 20, then we have u power 20 here being equal to x here, right? And therefore s here will be equal to u power 20, right? Now let's differentiate x with respect to u, right? And this is just going to give us 20, then u to the power 19 here, right? So if we have this, then the x here will just be equal to 20 u power 19 then du. Now let's insert that into the general formula here. So 1 over that. Now remember x here is equal to u exponent 20, so let's replace that one also here. Now when we replace that, we realize that we have u power 20 here, then multiplied by the exponent, which is just 1 over 4, sorry, 1 over 4, then minus u to the power 20 here, right, multiplied by 1 over 5. Then the x here is just 20 u to the power 19 here, then du, right? So with this we can further do this. All right, so from here we can have this to be so it should just be 20 here, right, over u19 here divided by u power 20 multiplied by 1 over 4 is just u power 5, then minus u power that give us u power 4, then we have it in du, right? Okay, so let's continue here. Now from here we have so realize that we have u power 90, u power 5, u power 4. The lowest exponent is just u power 4, so we can substitute u power 4 out, and 20 is a constant, so we can take 20 out, so that we just have u power 4 out here. Then we are just left with u power 15 here, right, being divided by u power 4 here, and we are just left with u, then minus 1 here, right? So du, this will get rid of that, and therefore we have 20 here, then we have u power 15 here divided by u minus 1 there, du. Now what can we do here? Realize that with this we can still do substitution. Maybe we can say let's a variable y equal to u minus 1, then we do substitution here and there and solve that. But let's do it in a different way. So let's look at we have u power 15 over u minus 1, so we can do long division over here. So using the long division, right, so using long division, you realize that we have u minus 1, although it's going to be long, but I'll just take some part of it. So we have 15 here. Now u goes into this, is just u power 14 here, right? u power 14 here. Then so u power 14 is just u power 15 here. Then u power 14 multiplied by that is just u power 14 left here. So when we subtract that, we just have this to be u power 14, right? Now this goes into that, then it's just going to be plus u power, so we need 13, right? So 13, then we have u power 14 here, then also minus u power 13, right? When we subtract, then we are just going to get here to be u power 13, right? So we can continue on and on. It will be u power 12, u power 11, u power 12, all the way to the last part. So let's skip that, just put this point here. Then let's look at the last two. So for the last part, let's take for instance, we've done for the rest. So let's take it, we have the last two, one. So let's say we have u here, right? U goes into that, we have plus 1, u multiplied by that is just u here, right? Then 1 multiplied by that is -1. Then we just have subtract, then we just have 1 here. Then for the last part, u minus 1 divided by that will just give us just the 1 over u minus 1, right? So we can have this, and therefore when this goes into that, it cancels out, then we have just 1 here. So 1 minus 1 here, then everything goes away to 0, right? Now, so that will be the value that we add over here. So we are going to insert this, right, into the general one here, right? Okay, so which means that u power 15 over u minus 1 is just giving us this as the answer. So we are going to insert the whole of this in place of that, right? So let's do that. So doing that, we just have so we can just have the integral 20 outside here. Then we just have u power 14 here plus u power 13 here. Then we can have the subsequent ones all the way to 1 here plus 1 over u minus 1, then with respect to du, right? All right, so we can have this. Now from here, we can now go ahead and integrate now. So in integrating, then we have 20 here outside. Then over here, we just have u power 14 here plus 1 divided by 15. Then u power 13 here plus 1 divided by 14. Then we can have for the rest. Then over here, we just have this to be u, right? Then this will just be, so we can write this as 1 over u minus 1 is just the ln of u minus 1 here, right? Then plus c, right? Okay, so let's further simplify this. So we can have u power, over here we just have 15 here divided by 15 plus u 14 here divided by 14. Then we just have here to be u, then the ln of u minus 1, then plus c. So since so we can just multiply through by 20, we'll do that. But since u equal to we said that u should be equal to 20 root x here, right? Sorry, the 20th root of x. So which means that when we multiply through by that, we have 20 over 15 here. Then over here we are just going to get 20 root x here, then to the power 15, right? That will be for the first part. The second part, we are just going to get 20 divided by 14 here. Then we just have u, right? U here is just 20th root of x here, then to the power 14 here. So we can do that for the rest. Then over here we just have 20 root x here plus the ln of 20 root s here, right? Minus 1 here plus c. So plus c, right? Okay, so from here we further simplify. So I forgot to add multiplied by 20 here, right? And here also multiplied by 20. So let's do it here. Now 20 divided by 15 is just 4 over 3 here. Then we have s to the power, it will just be 15 over 20, which is just 3 over 4, right? Then we have 20 over 14 is just 10 divided by 7. Then s to the power, which is just 14 divided by 20, which is 7 over 10. Then we can have for the rest. So over here we have 20, right? And the 20th root of x, right? The 20th root of x, then plus 20, then the ln of 20th root of x here, right, minus 1, then plus c, and we can leave it this way, or we just further simplify. So thank you very much for joining me in this session. I hope this session was helpful, and I'll see you guys in another session. If you are new here, please like, subscribe, and also hit the notification bell to be notified anytime we post a new video, and leave a comment also in the comment section. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next session.